Are we live now? I think we are live. Wonderful. So, for folks, if you don't know me, I'm Ryan Mann from Thrive Realty Group, powered by Today Real Estate. I had a great run a moment ago on a live video that I couldn't connect with my special guest, so I had to log out and do it again. It was great information I was giving, so we'll just keep it on that. If you're here, do me a favor, put a comment to us so we know you're here. We know we're not just talking to dead air. I mean, if we're talking to dead air, we'll deal with it. We have a very, very exciting guest today. We're going to talk about the exciting world of insurance adjusting with Kevin Jordan from Berger Adjusters. But first, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Zillow. So raise your hand. No one's going to see it. Doesn't matter. Oh, I see Kevin. Kevin, raise your hand. You have used Zillow in the last 12 months. I guarantee you, at least 80% of you, even if there's 0 people here, 80% of you have used Zillow. Why is that? Because it's made easy. It's been designed by very, very smart people that know how marketing works. It has not been a sales tool. It has not been any other thing but a marketing platform for realtors, believe it or not. The Zillow group has realtors pay them for you to be able to click on the button. This is how it always has worked. And when you click on the button, you get connected with a realtor who goes ring, ring, ring. Oh, I can help you with that. That has always been kind of how it works. But why do people go to it? What's the number one reason? Kevin, do you know Zillow very well? I'm going to put you on the spot.
I have used it, yes.
Why would you use it? What's the reason that you would use it?
So we use it to kind of get a rough idea, but it's
I could have set that up. I could have. I mean, that was a setup. If there wasn't anyone, that was a setup. Exactly. People go to Zillow for their Zestimates. Okay, they call it a Zestimate, and it is what Zillow believes the home value should be. Well, like everything that's electronic, it's a little off. Okay, and why is it off? Because what it does is it takes the square footage and the bedrooms of your home and takes the, a few maybe comparable properties in the area that have sold, and it says, oh, this is 1,200 square feet, and this one's 1,200 square feet, and they're in the same area, so they're about the same price. Here's your estimate. Boom. And it pops it out, and you feel all happy because you know the value of your house. What it doesn't show you is you haven't changed the roof in 12 years, and you were supposed to do it 12 years ago. And now you have, 3 inches of moss on the top of it. And it's okay, though. It just leaks when it rains, right? You know anything about that, Kevin?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We get a lot of that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Does this count as can I get an insurance claim for a leaky roof?
Depends on how it was, how it occurred.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Okay, but for the life of it is, when you're doing damage to a house, when you have distressed properties, that Zestimate is not going to know that that's a problem. It's also not going to know if you put a $150,000 bathroom into your house, okay? How would they know, right? You'd be stupid if you did that, but, whatever. If you're one of those people that did that, you're not stupid. You're just, okay, we're moving on. So what the value of a realtor does is they know what, if you put a new bathroom in your house, how does that affect your value? How does that change the value? And so talking to a realtor has always been a big plus. And so what has changed with Zillow, they announced about 3 months ago that Zillow is now becoming a brokerage, okay? A lot of folks that are in my industry, realtors, are very scared about this because they have spent all these years getting to know you, and now, not only they know you, they're going to try to sell you a house directly. And to be very honest, I'm not worried at all. Why? Because for the same reason why that Zestimate is just a estimate based on the four walls and what it's worth. If you had a neighborhood that looked like the one that was depicted in like Edward Scissorhands, where all the houses were exactly the same, that would work fine. But if you are in a place like Cape Cod, where you have a house that was built in 1920 next to a house that was built in 1960, next to a house that was built in 1985, next to a house that was built in 2020, or not yet. I guess could be built in 2020. It doesn't work. It doesn't work the same way. So you're going to still need someone like me, hopefully. And I believe that value will still be there. What it does mean for you and how it's going to change, in the past, because they were getting a syndicated listing feed, when you went on for a listing, it would either say active or not on the market, for sale, not for sale, right? Now you're going to get a lot of the same things that you're going to get from my website, okay? Which, I think there's a lot of value to that. I don't care where you find the house. I really don't. I'm here to help you through that transaction. So go ahead, look at Zillow, and then give me a call, okay? Text me the listing, and I'll help you get that done. So without further ado, I want to introduce Mr. Kevin Jordan from Burger Adjusters. Think about it this way. There's a question that I have for you. How many of you have had a devastating fire in your house? How many of you have had a devastating flood in your house? How many people have had water in their basement, right? These are things that unfortunately happen probably a lot more often than we'd like. If something like that happens, your first call should not be to the insurance company. Your first call should be to Kevin. And why? What do you do, Kevin?
So I will represent you as the insured. We have your best interest in mind. We want to get you covered and get you back into your house as quick as possible.
Yeah, I think about all the things you must see on a daily basis. At the end of the day, no one wants to pay for insurance, but you never know how good your insurance is until you try to make a claim on it, right?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. So you know how to work all those things. The reality is that when we say, "Oh my God, the insurance premium was $2,800 this year," the reality is that if you had to replace your entire house because your house was no longer there, you'll be really glad you were only paying $2,800.
Oh,
right? And the insurance company kind of banks on that, right? They have all these algorithms that they're doing that's saying a certain number of houses per year are going to need insurance and need to have a claim that's going to cost us a lot. But there's all these other people that are going to pay their premium and not have a problem for the next 50 years, right? It's basically almost like Russian
roulette. They have
an
algorithm that they use that actually calculates X amount of millions of dollars a year and how many losses they'll have. So they know they have a number set aside to cover everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's how it works, and they're much smarter than we are.
They're in business to make money, not
right.
to give it away.
Exactly. So, what is it that you do? Let's say, what are you seeing? First of all, let's start with this. What are you seeing a lot of in terms of claims right now? What are you seeing people having disasters? What type of disasters are really common right now?
So right now, things have been, we have all these windstorms. As everybody knows, they're getting a lot worse. We're having more, tornadoes around here, which is a little bit scary. This time of year, you get a big storm that comes through. It's not just snow. You get a lot of other things going on. So we get a lot of wind damage, shingles blowing off, having leaks. Now it's that time of year where it's getting cold, it's warming up. We get the weird New England weather now. People get ice dams, and there's a lot of roofs leaking. This time of year, Christmas just came by us. We went through that. All the family holidays, people are cooking. People tend to forget something on the stove. You turn around, big issues, little odds and ends like that. People are starting to use heaters. Well, space heaters are a big fire hazard right now, and we've had probably, I think, 30-something fires in Massachusetts just on the East Coast in the last 2 weeks. So it's scary.
Yeah. And so, you know, I guess we don't really think about this type of stuff until we need it. But let's say I'm one of those people that needs it. And why not just call my insurance company up and say, hey, look, my house is on fire, and just work with my insurance. Why not do that? What do you do? What are you doing that they don't
so the
do?
benefit to calling us first is we'll actually help you with that. You're standing on the side of the road watching your house burn. You've got a million different people that are going to be approaching you on the street. You've got friends and family coming around. You've got the fire department. You're just trying to think, what you can salvage. We don't have a personal interest into your house. We don't have a financial interest into it. We're here for you. So we can take it from our view, and we know how to work the claim. So now we can actually help file your claim with you. We can help you board up your house if need be. We can help you get it mitigated. We walk you through the whole process and make sure that you're in good hands, and that stress is a really limited thing for you at that point.
Sure. So, when I mean, like, how does someone get a hold of you? Like, I mean, I'm thinking to myself, I mean, I'm not planning, very frankly, I'm not planning to have you do anything with me ever. But if God forbid something was to happen, let's say something minor, my septic backed up into my house, and my house is full of stuff that I wanted it not to be filled with. What do I do? Do I have to have your card ready to go at all times?
So we're online. You can find us. I'm coming down towards the Cape for sure. Right now we're in Brookline. I'm getting an office in Bourne.
Awesome.
So something like that. I mean, a lot of what public adjusters are, we're usually those people that get called a little bit too late. So that's why I'm trying to develop a process to get in front of it beforehand. And I'm reaching out to local residents, and we're trying to come to your house and sit down with you, go over your policy. And, we have a thing called Matterport. So we like to Matterport it beforehand if possible. And then if you do have that incident where you need something, it's ready to go. And you pick up the phone, call me, and say, hey, Kevin, you know what? I actually need that.
Sure. Absolutely. So Matterport is I'm very familiar with it. Not everybody out there maybe, but if you go on Zillow, which we were talking a few minutes ago, or my website, thriveoncapecod.com, and you see one of those listings that you can kind of zoom into and turn it around and all that other stuff, that's Matterport. And the technology has been around probably 5 years, maybe a little longer, and it's really, really slick. And it allows, at least from my end of things, people to showcase the house that they're trying to sell. From your case, you're basically making a record of what the house was, right?
Yep.
Which is pretty cool, because to use it in that way, yeah, there's a good chance things are going to change between here and there, but it's not going to, the house is not going to change that much, right? You might change a painting here, you might paint a room, yep, but you're not going to change where the bathroom is, probably.
No, and if you do any major renovations, I mean, that's something that you would call us, say, hey, look, I added an addition, we finished our basement, we did something drastic, come on out, rescan it, and that's something that we can just fix real quick.
I mean, I'm trying to think about, like, if something was to happen in my house, how would I be able to prove anything was changed? How would I know? How would I be able to say, look, I had a $15,000. I don't. I have a $15,000 TV in my living room. I don't. But let's say I wanted to. That Matterport would show that TV on the wall, and boom, it wouldn't be a question of, well, you can't prove you didn't do that. Where's the receipt?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just Matterport will take care of it. That's a brilliant idea. If people don't go through that process of doing like the Matterport we were talking about, what can they do to make sure that they are protected before an event? I mean, can a picture suffice? Do they have to go
Oh
through?
yeah, pictures. Try and document everything in your house. It's always good to make sure that you have copies of receipts of big items. You know, if you've got a bunch of clothes and they're really nice, definitely try and take a picture of them. You don't need a receipt for everyone. If you guys are all like my wife and you got 7 closets full of clothes, you're gonna have receipts that you need a whole room for.
Are clothes that are, let's say, larger, like all mine, are they worth more?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good. Then we have very expensive clothes in my house. Lots of expensive clothes. So that's awesome, Kevin. I appreciate it. How would people right now, God forbid, tomorrow a pipe freezes in the 45-degree weather that we're going to have tomorrow? How would they get a hold of you?
Call me at 774-266-0524, or they can email me at kevin@burgeradjusters.com. I will share a link in the comments. I'm trying to figure out how I can do that from my end here and get everybody that information.
You know what? We'll do it when we end, and it'll get posted on Thrive Realty Group, powered by Today Real Estate, as well as on my personal Facebook page and on YouTube. For those of you who are looking at this from my personal Facebook page or my Ryan Mann page, if you're not a member of Thrive Realty Group, powered by Today Real Estate, please join that. Like that, please. Again, it's Thrive Realty Group, powered by Today Real Estate. Every day we're posting things, articles that are interesting, things that are really, really that could help you in your real estate processes, as well as just being kind of cool things here on Cape Cod. So I appreciate you, liking that. Again, that's Thrive Realty Group, powered by Today Real Estate. And if you are thinking about making a move in 2021, I know we all have friends. Just do me a favor. Go to Thrive on CapeCod.com. See what your house is worth, and maybe I can help you. I don't know. Maybe we can't. Kevin, thanks so much for stopping with us today, and I appreciate your time, your expertise, and I hope to never need you, ever.
I hope you don't ever need me, but thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to get that Matterport done at my house, so I would encourage everybody, give Kevin a call, get that done. It's probably what does something like that cost?
I think it's going to be like $200-300, something like that. I know we were working out the prices because we got to figure out storage, and I mean, if anybody's ever looked up those cameras, they're crazy.
Yeah,
but we give you guys more of a discount if you do have us Matterport it. We'll take a few points off to get you guys up and running if you do have a claim down the road.
Awesome. Well, and that's the thing. It's all peace of mind. It's the same reason why, no one's expecting to die tomorrow, but it's always a good thing to have your will ready to go, right? Making sure that your estate plans are settled. I'm 39 years old. I'm not expected to kick the bucket tomorrow, but I'm definitely going to make sure I have those estate plans put together. So it's the same thing. It's just peace of mind for you and your family. So I really appreciate it, Kevin. Thank you for joining us. And for those of you that are out there, we will see you next Wednesday. And I have a special guest next Wednesday. It's going to be a real hoot. And that's all I'm going to say today. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks, Kev.
Take care, guys.